Missing Persons and the lovely Del Bozzio. This band made such a splash, and then within 5 years, poof, they were gone. Where did they go? What are they doing now? Here's the inside scoop. Look at all that hair. Oh, the 80s were wonderful. It was 1980 when Missing Persons released its first record, a 4-song EP titled Missing Persons. From that, the band developed a following on K-Rock Radio locally in California, and they were able to self-promote the EP, which sold roughly a little bit under 100,000 copies. But they were able to leverage that to sign with Capitol Records in 1982. They re-released the EP, as well as their first full-length album, Spring Session M. Now, the songs were phenomenal. Mental Hopscotch, Surrender Your Heart, Destination Unknown, Words, Walking in LA, and Windows. These were all huge hits on the East and West Coasts, and, frankly, in little old Salt Lake City, Utah as well. And along with that came exposure on the fledgling cable TV channel MTV. And I do mean exposure. Dell's costumes, well, she followed the less is more philosophy. At the pinnacle of the band's fame in 1983, they participated in the US Festival. This was the summer of 1983, and they performed along with Berlin, Bowie, The Pretenders, U2, Motley Crue, Ozzy Osbourne, a ton of really diverse bands from both the new wave and heavy metal genres. This was a concert that if you were a music fan in the early 80s, you really had to be there. And the band then went back into the studio and in 1984 released Rhyme and Reason. This album was not a huge success and really was the beginning of the problems they had with their label, Capitol Records. They followed that up with another album in '86 called Color in Your Life. Really no hits came off of that, and along with the troubles with their label, Dale and Terry were having troubles with their relationship. At the end of the day, the band called it quits. Where are they now? Well, of all the band members, Warren Cucurullo has probably had the greatest success. He replaced Andy Taylor as guitarist for Duran Duran in 1986. He performed on the albums Notorious and Big Thing. He became an official member in 1989 and then performed on the band's next 5 studio albums and was responsible for some of the band's biggest hits in the early 90s, Ordinary World and Come Undone, and continues to be successful to this day. Much like Warren, Terry Bozzio is a highly sought after session musician and tour drummer, but he's also well known for his instructional videos and his drum clinics. And Terry's ex, Dell, well, she's had some success as a solo performer. She had a top 40 hit called Simon Simon, and she's released a handful of albums since leaving Missing Persons. In 2011, the band announced that they were reuniting. Now, this was not a full unification of the original members, but rather Dale and Warren getting together. Terry, unfortunately, did not want to participate because of the issues that he still had and that she had with, well, relationship issues. And later on, after that reunion tour, Cucurullo left the band and has not returned. Dale continues to tour as Missing Persons featuring Del Bozzio, and they released an album in 2014 titled Missing in Action. So, are you a fan of Missing Persons? Tell me what your favorite song was or favorite album, and leave your thoughts in the comments section below. And please hit the like button on this video. It really would mean a lot to me. And I would consider it an absolute honor if you considered subscribing to my humble little YouTube channel. But most importantly, as always, thank you so much for watching.